let's now continue to structure that, but that will be easier and simpler. So let's create a new layer. Let's name rail or train like you want. We will put that behind, or sometimes it's easier to hop a layer, so let's close that temporarily, and we will do a rail. So let's come back there and let's do something like that. I just don't have to recreate every color or stuff like that, so just doing that and just .x, and I will copy that. We will do the river, which is simple stroke. We will do the lake, simple fill, and the forest, a simple fill too. And I will just show you quickly how to do the rail there, just for the basics and the principles. So I just did that to have something on the rail. So, and perhaps I will do something like that to don't have to redo. So let's do something like that to have the exact size. So with that, I don't need to recreate that. Perhaps on this world, these worlds are really big compared to my other one, but you know the principle, so that's not an issue. And let's start with this one. You can do, I always prefer to have something like a real value, and but that's just because I'm a freak of this. So you can do that manually. You can tab, just enter, and I would like to have something like let's say preview, so no vertical, and here. So I just want to have something like let's say 4 between the two, or 3. So depend the size you want. So let's say 3, and let's say again. Sorry, I forgot to say copy. And with that in mind, I would like also to use a line and X. I would like to have that, and to place that below, and B to have my rail. So let's pretend it's perfect. Let's group that. Let's select the 3 and let's center. So now I have all lines, so that will loop. Perhaps it's too long, perhaps not. We'll see. If you open your brush, or if it's not open, just drag on top and it will open, and drop on it. So with that, we will use a pattern brush. So that's what we need, and that will help to define the rail. So we have that, and you can see it's already closely done. Perhaps the spacing is not good. So by default, it will create for us the side. So when you go on top, it's named side tile. It will create automatically based on the 4 proposal. This small proposal are there. So with the orange square, that means it's auto proposed for you. But we don't need actually, but we will leave that as auto, and perhaps something like that. But anyway, we will not have any rail or any train moving in the side, so that will be a smooth curve. And for example, if we really need, so you have also corner, inside, corner, also outside, inside, and if it's an open path, you can have an ending and a starting point and ending. So you need first to drag that in your swatches, and you can target the swatches there. So that's what I did, for example, for this up variation there. So you can see I have there a closure, a beginning and a end. So that's it. That's how it works, and that's simple enough there. So take a look at this kind of brush, at the pattern brush, if you want to know a little bit more. But that's how it works. And now I can delete that. I have there a component, and I can create an appearance, and on this appearance I will, let me just first do something like that, do this, and now I have my rail on it. So if I want to have that, I can now place that as a train, and it's okay. So I can delete that, and now I can just go there, that was a rail, and name it targeting, train, and untargeting. Now if I'm using my pencil, D for default, I will have normally my rail, and that's how I did it. Now let's do that quicker. Let's say river, let's say lake, I think that's the spelling, sorry I'm not native English. Let's double tap there, and I think I have forest, and that's it. So perhaps the forest will be under, and the rail on top of everything, and that's it. So let's start with that again. If I want a river, perhaps I would like to have this blue for the river, perhaps I would like to have something larger. I can change that later, you already know that, and I will say that this is a river. Right now I'm just focusing on my graphic style. I don't care about on which layer I am. And let's say, for example, or N key, moving, and closing. So now I would like to have the opposite. So just switching and just say this is the lake, but that could be also any water. And now let's say I would like another color. So let's go there. Let's go to the forest. Let's go to something close to print, and let's say OK, and let's create a global color, and let's round a little bit the value. So now we have that. So I can say this is my forest. With Alt it will be automatic. So I have everything I need. So I can delete, I can say D, and now so lake, I just need to click on lake. River target, I go to river. Forest, I go to forest, and no, I forget river and river. So on targeting, and now it's okay. Now the basics is there, and perhaps we will have to reduce a little bit this, because I think it's too much for me. Let's say 40 for the one. Let's say on this one 30 or 2026, and let on this one say smaller road around 8. And you see how we can just tweak easily, and I did a mistake there on this one, because I used this one, but it's not a real issue like you see, and that works. That works like I wanted. So now if I'm on the leg, so let's say D to be sure to have nothing, and let's say I have a lake doing something like that, and now it's a lake. I would like to go on my river, and I have a river moving from this one to this one, and now this is okay, from D, from HE, and that's okay. And for the forest, perhaps I have a forest just around there, and I have a forest. So everything works like I want. Again, caps just to know where I am. Remember, you can select things that will select also your layer, and for example I can continue there if I want, and I can continue there if I want. So to do this rounding the intersection, we will simply go on the main road we want, for example, road 3, and we will just use our elliptical tool, and we will do, for example, something like that. And how that works? We can see that works because the style is okay, but we want to cut inside. So it's pretty easy. Perhaps I just want to have something larger like that. Yes, that's better for me. And I would like to now to remove this part at the middle, because that's how it works in Europe. In any case, you have this sens giratoire in French, and we don't have any road crossing that. So how we can do that? So you already know that in Illustrator. Let me just create temporarily an element, and let's just create a circle just to show something. And let's just put a color there, and there, nothing, and just so we know there we have point and we have section. So in Illustrator, from the beginning, if you select like I do with the direct section tool, if I select just the section, not a point, but just the in-between point, and I do Command X, Control X, and I do, for example, paste in front, or paste, but paste in front, I have the section, and it will recreate for me 2 points at the extremities. So that's how it works. And when we're selecting a point, it will select the point and the 2 sections on both sides of the point. So we will have 2 sections in the clipboard, and now it's 2 sections. So because of that, it's pretty basic. I think a lot of people know that. I will check if I have several points there. I don't have, so let me just do something like isolate selected path. So that allows me to work on this path and to see the result of the other one. So the appearance, because the appearance is not on the path but on the layer on the top, is not visible, but I see my path there. So I will have the ability now to select my path, to zoom a little bit, and I will add just a point. Sorry, I will just add a point there. Remember the cursor, and you can add a point. So here, and now I will select, so Command will temporarily give me the white arrow, or Control on Windows, and have the ability to just delete the point inside. I still have the section, and I want to exit, that works. Same thing here, I will just right click and say isolate selected path, a point, another point, there is no point in between, so just selecting and deleting, exit, and that's it. That's how it works. So the beauty of that, if you don't have to move that, is also, and you already know, if you have to modify a path, I think you already know that, but in Illustrator you can start in a path, move and finish on the path, and you can redraw a section like this one. You can also use some tools like the smooth tool, this one, to smooth a little bit if it's close of what you want, but not exactly what you want. And sometimes it's better to just redraw section. And you can also continue there your path. So that's what's really handy with this technique, where you only have one path to control every other path. Now how we can do some up, some road passing on top of others. Actually it's pretty simple, and it's based on the same principle we did there. So we will do, to be just quick, we will duplicate this one, just this one there. So we'll duplicate it with Alt key. I will do that. So I have now a copy, so I will do roads top. I will do same thing there, roads top. I'm lazy guy, so I will copy that. Sometimes when you copy Illustrator, don't remember you want that. Up. And hop, top. So now I don't need anything inside, so I can select what's inside this, and I can delete, because I don't want, I just wanted the structure. Now I will need another set of things on top, because I know on this one, if you remember, on this one I have no thing, so let me just go on the lake. Let's use this one, for example. I have no strokes there. So I'm on the lake, so that's the reason why you have the blue, that's because of the layer. You can see I have no stroke outside. So I will have to duplicate this and to create a version with another line. So let's say duplicate graphic style. Now I have both. Same thing, you can say top to better know what it is. Again, top. It's always better to be consistent. It's always better to be consistent on your naming, so it's easier to find. And now, with nothing on it, I will go there. And so selecting now the road one on top, top road one. Oh, my naming saved me there. And clicking, selecting, clicking, selecting the right, clicking. So now it's okay. I have things, but it's not perfect. So let me untarget to be sure I don't touch anything there. And now let's just create just a new layer on top just to do temporary thing, and we will trash this layer later. So now I would like to have a road one, and I would like to have exactly the same. So let's duplicate this. Let's say I would like to have the blue, but the real blue, so shift, that's it. It's at the same position. Let's say I have 4, so I want the same size here. And now, so I know it's the road one, so select Alt and replace. Let's now target the road 2. Let's duplicate behind. Let's target 100% and let's add 4. And now replace road to top. Same for the other one. Duplicate behind, shift click, 100% and add 4. So that's it. That's how it works. I can now delete this layer with the content I don't need anymore. And now I don't want to redraw this path. Again, we already saw that we need to have some point. So we have 1 point there. So we don't have to be as much precise as here, because we just want to have a point. So I can say copy. I can deselect, go to the road one, and just say paste in place. And normally, I'm going on the right one, I will have what I need. Oh yes, I did a mistake, sorry. So I need also to undo, because I duplicated the roads, and the road stops still have on the target this stroke, so I will remove that, and that's it. Untargeted, and now that's it. Don't be afraid about this thin line. Is the anti-aliasing on your screen only. When you printed it or when you expand it, you didn't see that at the end result. So just a warning, don't be worried, that will not appear on your final print. And that's it. I think you know now how I did it. So after that, just a matter of looking of my element. You can see I have also the rail on top, so I duplicate the attribute of the rail, and I did on this one, this section. I also have some symbols, just to let you know what it is, and I have symbols there, if I want to replace, for example, this symbol by this variation, just remember you can select a symbol, you can go to select, same symbol instance, that means referring to the same symbol in the symbols panel, and now you have everything and you can replace, so swap this one to this one. And that's an indeed trick if you want to replace over stuff, and if you want just one and one over because that was not the right one, you can just select both there and say no, that was a parking, and that's it. And for the text, I just did, and you can take a look on my just on this file. So I have paragraph style and a character style just to apply. So I think that will be on the type section, and I have my styles, character styles, and paragraph styles there, where I have everything. Remember, you can also duplicate your path, and you can copy this path having no color, no stroke on a new layer, and you can apply your text along the path and use, for example, on your character styles. Let's say the road, and you can use some text attribute like leading, if I well understand. So yeah, in English I don't know the leading. Yep. So the leading, it's not the leading, it's vertical baseline shift, sorry. Well, to offset from the text in the path. So that's another trick. It's not on this demo file, but that was just to let you know how you can do that if it's really matter to have a text along the road following the path. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to save this file, perhaps with nothing in it, nothing, just doing that, and save that as a base and as a template, and you're ready to go to create your next map based on the same design. So hope you enjoy, and please let me know if there is something obscure, and if I can add other video to allow you to better understand if I made some step to explain.